I'm Jake Solomon. I am a stand-up comedian, and it is my life. It has been the most rewarding thing and most fun I've ever had. I haven't always been a comedian, though, and just 4 years ago, I never thought about being on stage or dreamed of doing anything like this. 4 years ago, I was in the loneliest, darkest place in my life. I suffered from severe acne. I tried over 15 acne treatments, over-the-counter, prescribed, all those acne products with celebrity endorsements that you see commercials for, I tried, which was also really hurtful because I trusted Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, and Puff Daddy. And for them to make me think something was gonna work, it was just cruel. Nothing worked, and this was all happening at a pivotal time in my life. It was my sophomore year of college when I started having really bad breakouts. And this was supposed to be a time in my life of finding myself and meeting new people and drinking too much and having to apologize to my mom on the weekends. But I didn't have that. And instead of going out, I hid. Acne was such a confidence killer. It was like being sick every single day. You didn't want to go out. You just wanted to stay inside and be alone. Friends would ask me to go to a party or to go to a bar to watch the game, and I'd lie to them, say I had a lot of homework to do or how I had to be up early for work for the job that I didn't have because I was embarrassed of how I looked. On weekends, I remember I'd be sleeping in my dorm, and I'd be woken up at like 3 in the morning to the sound of kids coming back from parties. And I look outside, and I'd see them all laughing and having a great time, and the guys had girls on their arms, and I was just thinking, I'm missing everything. And acne was paralyzing me, and I was desperate for clear skin. Eventually, I was prescribed a last resort and controversial acne medication, best known as Accutane. Accutane is an extremely powerful acne medication, but it's probably best known for its extreme side effects, which include feelings of depression and suicide. Being a Cleveland sports fan, I had an idea of what I was in store for. During Accutane, it gets so much worse before it gets better, and I was no different. I wore a hoodie every single day with the hood up, and I looked down anytime somebody tried to talk to me. I didn't leave my room unless it was to go get food or to go to class. People would try to start conversations with me sometime. They'd be like, Jake, you checked the game out last night? And I would just respond, I'm like, yeah, the ball and the hoop, I gotta go, see you guys. And that was my life. And that was my life for a very long time. And after more than 2 years of super severe acne and a 5-month treatment of Accutane, my skin was finally clear. But I didn't know who I was. It was like the pause button was hit in my life. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what to do next. And I was in my dorm one night, and I was watching the movie The Bucket List. And afterwards, I started to think about what was on my own bucket list. And the one thing I kept coming back to was stand-up comedy. My college was having an open mic night, and my life couldn't get any worse. I had nothing to lose. And so I signed up to perform stand-up. I had no public speaking experience before that show at all, and I was so nervous. I remember before the show, my legs felt like they were on autopilot. I couldn't feel them. I was losing feelings in my fingers, and my nose had this pins and needles sensation. I tried drinking beer before the show to loosen myself up, and for the first and only time in my life, my body rejected it. So I knew something was happening in my body. It wasn't okay. And I got to the show, and they called my name, and I got on that stage, and it felt like I was being reintroduced to society. I had hidden myself for so long, and to be able to get in front of those 50, 60 people, it felt like a complete rebirth, and to this day is the most meaningful moment of my life. After that show, for the first time, I was walking with my head up, and I had confidence. There was some swagger to my walk. If you saw me walking after that show, you'd be like, wow, that kid did stand-up comedy, or lost his virginity. Either way, good for him. Fantastic. That's good stuff. What I love about comedy is that it doesn't matter what you look like. You are going to get listened to, and you are going to get heard, which is something most of us comedians have never had. We comedians, we might get on stage, and we might have a terrible set, and we might suck, but we get a chance to suck, and that's what I love, just getting that opportunity. I remember not wanting to be looked at, and I remember when people wouldn't look at me. I remember not getting a job I really wanted, and I remember times girls left me with a broken heart, and that pain has got me to where I'm at today. I could have stayed at home like I did in the past, and I could have drowned in my sorrows or made a very regretful yet extremely entertaining post on social media about the situation. But instead, I go on stage, I make fun of it, and it's the most satisfying revenge there is. Pain has instilled this constant, I'll show them like attitude, and I'm better for it. Pain has sparked more creativity for me than anything else. I am never more motivated or focused than when I am hurt. You have to embrace your pain. You have to. You have to embrace your pain and figure out how you're going to turn it around. Everybody wants a quick fix for everything, but it takes time for things to heal. So you might as well embrace the healing time and do something productive with your pain. My outlet was stand-up comedy, and now I know it's my purpose in life. I hold grudges. I hold them all day. People always look down on the idea of holding grudges. They'll say life is too short and how you need to move on. I'm constantly thinking about those situations and those people that hurt me because it pushes me when I can't push myself. And now I have goals. I am driven. I am working on my craft every single day. And this all stemmed from pain. I know I'm going to make it. It is not if, it's when. There's no other option. Also, my mom won't let me move back home. So there's literally no other option. I'm Jake Solomon. That's my time. Thanks, guys.